Hello, my good friend, it's Melvin Pillay. So, Psalm 127, verse 1 and 2 is a very interesting psalm which I really love. It says, "Unless the Lord builds the house, the workers work in vain. Unless the Lord guards the city, the watchmen watch in vain." It goes on to say, in vain people work hard, they wake up early, they go to bed late. In vain God provides for his beloved even while they are asleep. How amazing is that? In vain, people build their lives, build their marriages, build their businesses, build their professions. In vain, they watch their investments. In vain, they do things. So I looked up the meaning of the word vain. What does it mean? Well, interestingly, the word means useless. So, unless God is in your marriage and your life and your profession and your business, unless God is the central figure, it is all useless. Unless God himself watches over your investments, watches over your health, watches everything about you, unless God is there, it is all useless. That is what the verse of Scripture is saying, those two verses. King Solomon said, it is all in vain, it's all vanity. Everything under the sun is meaningless. My precious friend, unless God builds, every single thing we do is absolutely a waste of time. What does it profit a human to gain the world yet lose his or her soul? A couple of days ago, I was on a very nice cruise leaving England. And at dinner, I happened to sit next to a couple, very wealthy. They owned vineyards, very affluent people. So the conversation went as it often does. So, Melvin, what do you do? And I tell them what I do. I help highly successful people find meaning and purpose and leave a legacy that matters. And so they're pretty intrigued. And so I shared with them some statistics that 85% of people that go to their graves having never accomplished life's purpose. And the lady was really struck by those words. She's like, Melvin, we are so successful. But she said, I feel as though there's a hole inside my heart. I feel as though it's all meaningless. I said, absolutely, you're not the only one. Out of every 100 people I meet, 85 of them feel that way. This is just a hard fact. And I managed to talk to them about the meaninglessness of life, how useless everything is without purpose, without God's purpose. My precious friend, more money is never the answer. Yes, it's good to have money when you are in need of it, but that is not the answer. The answer is God in the midst. God in everything that you do. God the first, the center, and the end of it all. When you allow God in and you give him the number one position in your life, your marriage, your profession, your business, your ministry, your service, then something remarkable happens. No longer is it in vain. No longer is it useless. Now it becomes successful. It becomes productive. It becomes prosperous. I remember when I started out as a dead broke salesperson, I used to work hard, 18 hours a day, and it was all meaningless. I slogged and life was hard. I struggled, my friend, because I was building. trying to take care of my life, trying to take care of my elderly parents, all noble, noble deeds. However, God was not the central theme in this story. I remember the day when it all changed, a day when I let Jesus in, and he became everything, and he started to build my life, started to build my business, started to build my purpose. Within an 18-month period, from a dead broke salesperson, top salesperson, a director, my own dealership of the company, within those 18 months, I found my meaning, I found my purpose, I found my calling in life to be a motivational speaker, preacher, teacher, traveling the world, inspiring, encouraging people into the fullness of God's purpose for their lives. I found why God made me. The day I allowed him in, it took about 2 years in total, but it happened. My precious friend, is God the central theme of your life? Is he the most important thing in your life? I often ask people who attend my seminars, what's the most important thing in your life? And you get many answers. Some people, their spouse, others, their children, some people, their dog. One lady told me her goldfish. Hey, so be it. But here's the thing, my precious friend. If you don't have the answer to that question, if you don't correctly answer that question, you're in trouble. If God is not the most important thing in your life, nothing else matters. It's not your spouse, not your children, not your dog, not your goldfish, not your investments or your retirement. All those things are beautiful, but the most important thing in a human's life is God. God is number one. Allow God into your life, into your marriage, into your business and your profession. Give him control. One of the chief reasons why life is so meaningless and useless is because we are basically control freaks. We worry so much because we want to control things. Let go and allow God to be number one. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him. Give him control and he will make your path straight. My friend, life does not have to be meaningless. You don't have to be a statistic. You don't have to be a part of that 85% of people that goes to your grave having never accomplished the meaning and purpose of life. You're never too young, never too old. The couple I met on board the ship, they were pretty up there in age. And they said, well, we're too old. And then I told them a couple of stories of people much older than them who achieved significant things. Friend, it's not how long you live, it's how you live. You can do mighty things if you just lay it all down at the feet of God and say, God, here I am. Use me. Be the central theme. I don't want my life to be meaningless and useless. I want my life to be productive. But I know the answer is to allow you to be everything. My precious friend, life is not just about you paying your bills. Yes, we should pay our bills. But it seems as though we are conditioned, we are trapped and cornered into that position of just growing up, paying our bills and retiring and getting ready to die. That is not the meaning of life. You are here for God to do mighty things through you. You can change, you can grow, you can be used mightily if you allow the Lord to build your house, build your marriage, build your life, build your business, build the service that you are here to do. Hey, this is your friend Melvin Puller encouraging you today. Trust in God. Allow him to be number one, and he guarantees that he will make something of you. I love what Zig Ziglar used to say so often. If man can take moldy bread and make penicillin, imagine what a loving God can make out of you. Hey, as always, this is your friend Melvin Pillay, and I will see you at the top.